Debrief. ASMR. And we're back for 2024, baby! Silly season's over.
Let's go.
Back to reality, back to work, back to business in the office. How was your silly season, Mr. Regan Spear?
It was great. It's a great break. It's good to be back though. Missed this and ready to get back to work.
Back to work. It's a tough gig, really.
It is.
I mean, in fact, it's that much a tough gig because of, the time and the effort that has to go into it. And people like Aaron B31 just don't appreciate that. I mean, have a read of this. He sent this last Sunday.
Okay.
The first Sunday of 2024.
So he's very early, but we love that. But has he not submitted something that we condone?
Hey guys, quick question. Help a man out. My phone stopped working. So asking you guys, what day of the week was it yesterday? So sorry, he sent that on a Monday. Obviously ensuing that the day before was a Sunday. There was no episode. The sarcasm and the audacity when us two are both immersed in holiday mode. I mean, where's the gratitude?
I mean, we need some days off. I mean, the hardest part of this is actually honestly just driving here. It's the hardest part with all the stuff. There was roads blocked off. There was more of these cyclists in the middle of the roads blocking the esplanade and more roadworks and just a bit of everything today there was, but we're back and we're here and I think we need to be appreciated a bit more.
Absolutely. I am willing to give Aaron the benefit of the doubt and forgive him because we said, okay, Aaron, sorry to hear about your phone. Lucky it's silly season. Days of the week don't actually exist. That's true. That's a fact. That's according to the Gregorian calendar. Between the 20th of December and the 5th of January, days of the week aren't in legal existence. I said this week is no longer silly season, so we look forward to coming back as we are right now.
Yep.
And he said, that's a very compelling point you make. I'll let this one slide. I did have to listen to an old episode after Wildlands, which didn't quite hit the same. And you know what? He's still listened. He listened to it.
Still listened.
So actually, you got to appreciate it. Thanks, Aaron.
You got to respect that. That's fair in the end.
We're now into 2024, but we couldn't just forget about 2023.
No, it was a great year, 2023. Obviously, the start of this, and it's been a couple months now, and there's been some great send-ins, some stories, voice messages, and we just had to appreciate those.
We did. So what was the top? Number 3?
Milk. Vodka milk.
Possibly the story that put us on the map.
Oh, definitely did. Yep.
The old Bar One collab. Talk about setting the tone. That was the inaugural competition. And Anonymous sent that one in. Cracking story that was.
Can't get much better than that. That's the top of the top for the Bar One gift card for sure. If someone can beat that, feel free to send something in because that's well on top so far.
No Bar One competition today, but we are rearing to get that back up underway over the next couple of weeks.
Yep.
And number 2, welling back the clock to episode 1 and 2 to our big man himself, Ryan Hammond. I mean, take us through it as an Ocean Ridge boy. Take us through it.
It was a tough couple of weeks. It was a tough couple of weeks because I would say the middleman in this situation, and it wasn't a good place to be. But an even worse place to be was being Ryan Hammond in that month. So at least things have moved on. I mean, it's been brought up again, unfortunately for him. But I think everyone's moved on from the case. But it's been a good one. It's been a revolution for sure. And he hasn't made a feature recently
until today.
He's come up. He's been a late entry, and he's come up for some good content.
Fantastic. And then at number 1, it was a bit of a landslide, to be honest. I think it took out like 36% of the vote across 15 or 16 stories. The ever-evolving adventures of Big Mont. He just keeps delivering.
He was outstanding. It's just what we didn't ask for it, but we needed it. We just needed the Big Mont, and he come through very clutch. He was unreal. It was absolutely unreal, and I think it's just going to be a ever revolving Big Mont show, I reckon.
And I mean, obviously the last update was that he got banned from all licensed premises. Guess who I saw at Wildlands on Saturday? Big Mont.
The man himself.
The man himself, he was there.
No way.
He just, oh my God, the loyalty and commitment. It's lucky he goes by this Big Mont persona on the public pod because, we don't want to get him in trouble.
No, not at all. Does he, when you saw him, does he look like a big Mont?
As big and Monty as you could ever imagine. It's just very Monty and very big. So, speaking of wildlands, mate, you weren't there because you were engaging on another adventure around the Perth
Amazing race.
Central Business District.
Amazing race. Proudly third place, our team. Me, Yubsy, Josh Bruce. It was a good round. Unfortunately, I saw who just got up there. Chris Roberts, the banker, somehow finished first. So he's probably a bit up and about. And yeah.
Man, I'm not surprised that you didn't finish first. When I get sent a photo of you drinking a beer with a straw.
Well, this is, again, out of context because, as you can see, mate, what is that in the photo?
Wow, Chris. I tell you what, Christopher, I didn't see that. So
this is an absolute stitch-up because the challenge, this is no context debrief.
In fact, I'll give you a bit more insight because that got you saw that got sent to the Sunday Debrief account.
I didn't see that. I didn't.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh, no, he told me to not open it.
Oh,
he sent a photo. He told me not to open it. I was like, what are you doing?
Okay, there you go. So that's the first time you've seen this. I went and messaged him personally and said, is that photo of Ruggs drinking a beer with a straw? He said, indeed it is. I said, that's
such a stitch up.
I said, that's not on. Absolutely outrageous behaviour. And he described it as un-Australian. So I said, we'll be having a stern chat about this next step, which is what we're having now. This is a very stern talk, Reginald Spear.
Well, he's just up himself. That he's won the amazing race. And one of the challenges, we teamed up. So we went in the same team. We teamed up and just said, look, we're going to do this together. It was drink a beer out of a straw. That was one of the challenges. And also another challenge was drink a pint of Biggie juice. Have you had Biggie juice?
Disgust grim.
So we thought we'll do the two in one.
Who likes Biggie juice? Sahib Sandhu.
Does he?
He said, oh yeah, Biggie juice, great. Drink.
That was terrible. So we did 2 in 1. Drink the Biggie juice in the pint with the straw.
That's impressive.
It was very long.
That's as Australian as it gets, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying. So he stitched himself up there, but honestly, I think it's great culture.
Wow. The hypocrisy. Pull your head in, Christopher. In very, very exciting news. If you wind your memories back to probably early December, I'm thinking.
Yep.
We came across another podcast.
Yep.
By the name of the Sunday Debrief Podcast, which is a cracking name, by the way.
Fantastic.
And we said to the audience, oh, what should we do here? What should we do here? Split opinions, but we were like, okay, we're going to be friendly. We're going to collaborate with some like-minded human beings. And, they responded. They said, this is great. This is great. If you cast mine back, 2 American ladies, Mackenzie, Caitlin, they talk, all things probably female related.
Yep.
But we thought, geez, what a great dynamic this could be. And on their most recent episode, this is what they had to say.
One of them being that we are doing a collab with these Australians that are titled the Sunday Debrief Podcast as well.
Yeah, they found us on... I don't know how they found us. Did they say that?
I think their viewers had sent them our podcast.
Yeah, and it's 2 guys from Australia.
It's come to our...
So they play our little clip.
Plugging the pod. Love
Ladies.
We been in contact with them and just working on collabing with them and such.
We're going to try to get something set up with them soon. They seem funny.
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting stuff.
Yeah. So
We do seem funny, don't we?
We are funny. We don't seem funny. We are funny.
So that's Mackenzie and Caitlin. We are, collaborating with them on, forming some sort of content bond. And that's very exciting stuff.
It is. I think we need to learn a bit more of the timestamps from there to here because I have no idea what time it could be there now or who knows. It could still be Thursday, or it could be Saturday. You never know.
Wouldn't have a clue, but we're gonna
Very
work
much
with
in the
them.
works. Very much in the works. And
Yeah, they seem lovely. They seem like they are ambitious and they're, on the same wavelength, on the same path as us, regardless of whether our content and demographics are different. We're going to make it work.
Yep, for sure. And you deep and dove and discovered into their comment section, didn't you? You did. And I thought it was quite interesting because you sort of compare our comments and their comments. And this one was quite, a bit out there. But I think I've discovered you may have stitched yourself up because I reckon that's your burner account.
Okay, let's read what this comment was first of all.
Okay, let's read and we can discuss.
So this is on the other Sunday Debrief pod. Go and follow, give them a follow. So we're at Sunday Debrief pod. They are at the Sunday Debrief pod. So go chuck them a follow. Account by the name of at SportsBetsProps has commented, "We need more feet content, lol."
That's your burner.
Do you think it is?
Yep.
Well, Mackenzie or Caitlin responded with, This is a podcast, Mr. Sportsbet. The confused face.
The next comment.
Mr. Sportsbet comes back with, "Yes, there was some feet in one of the YouTube podcasts, lol."
Mr. Sportsbet's down bad. He used to stick to gambling.
Yeah, just keep it what you're good at, Mr. Sportsbet. But no, that was a funny little thing.
That was great.
And I sent that into our Sunday Debrief group chat, and I was like, "Geez, I don't think we've ever had a comment like this." But then I was thinking about it. We probably had worse.
Probably. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I think if you scroll back to the early days, there's probably some rogue ones there.
Yeah, most certainly. But no, very exciting stuff to come. So, yeah, you will be seeing more of Mackenzie and Caitlin shortly, I'm sure. Leaf Cyclist next week. Now, we've mentioned his name, Ryan Hammond. What did you come across this morning?
Oh, we'll just posting the usual quickfire questions on there. So, we usually have a check to see if anyone at all has responded because, unless it's, our burner accounts responding, we usually get no one responding. So, had a look on there, 15, 20 minutes in, see if anyone's responded. And because, we're very formal on the Sunday Debrief, we only follow a couple accounts. And one of them is Bar One, of course. We love Bar One. And a post came up promoting the, the $5 all vodkas tonight.
Yes.
And the man, Ryan Hammond, has showed up in the post as a poster boy for us doing what can only be described as his best Riz face to the camera. And I'm not sure if he was happy about that.
I don't know if he was. I mean, the audience can make their own mind up about this. When we shared this, this is what the great man had to say about it.
Cunt! When the fuck was that taken? Fuck!
What do you think? Do you think he's happy?
No, I don't think so. I don't think he knows when that was taken. But look, again, poster boy just supporting Bar One and supporting the Sunday Debrief. It's good. He's got himself out there again, and I thought, that had to be sent to the group chat before he saw and he's seen it, and I don't think he's very happy at all.
I mean, talk about trying to keep a low profile within the space of 3 days.
He was doing so well. Now he's back up to the top.
We wound back the clock to show his feud versus Ocean Ridge, and now Bar One have chucked his face up there. Yeah. And this isn't the last we're going to hear from him.
Oh, we're going to hear from him again, and it's a good one. He's going to keep on rolling.
Before we move on to some audience questions, I got sent this just like out of nowhere. And I was like, there was literally this morning, and I was like, well, that's going on the potty. Finally found my brand. I've found this is a product I've been looking for ages. I've put it on the screen. If you're listening on Spotify, this is a box of rubber male contraceptive methods, and it's from the brand Control with the motto "Feel, Make, Feel," and this is what they've called the retard. Apparently, this was in Italy.
Oh, wow. So maybe it means something different, or maybe it just doesn't. Maybe it just means.
So I don't know if is this for people who don't have a clue what they're doing.
Could be it. Could really be it.
As long as it's extra small,
Yep.
then I think we found our line of business.
That's a tick in the box. That's a tick.
That's a tick. That's two. That's
Maybe you can get express shipping
surely.
Surely you can get them online.
There are 12 of them in there. That's going to
That's
take
going to last centuries. Last a lifetime.
just give me, just send me a single one and it'll still be sitting under no use for many, many years. But at least I know there's one that is designed for the Sunday debrief. Audience questions, our favourite part. Cricket. It's back for you this week.
It's back.
What is Saib Sandhu saying?
Sahib has brought up a topic that has been very well talked about and very controversial in the past couple of days at least. It's probably the most talked about topic for real. So I hope the listeners and watchers have been keeping up with this. So Sahib has said, what are your thoughts on Renshaw set to be named over Bancroft as Warner's replacement? Also, fuck David Warner.
Yeah, nice little end. That. Yeah, look, mate, it does not make mathematical sense.
Mate, how does he's averaging 60 in Sheffield Shield, and Renshaw's averaging 35. I want to pick the bloke who's averaging 35.
I would pick the bloke that's averaging 3.7 in B grade Northern Suburbs cricket. So why Regan Spear hasn't been selected is beyond me.
I thought it would be a late call, but I think I did have a missed call the other day that if I picked up, that could have been it. But I mean,
it was more likely Domino's.
Yeah, more likely telling me to come in a bit earlier. But Matty Renshaw, I mean, we got Smudge's opening confirmed.
Yeah, so how's this going to work? Renshaw's in the team, but he's not actually going to play.
He's not going to play.
Smith, Kawaja, Labuschagne, Cam Green at number 4. Travis Head, Mitchell Marsh, Alex Carey. And then the 4-prong bowling attack, the best in the world, which is probably the reason why Cameron Bancroft isn't playing. Because Cameron Bancroft has the power to expose those 4 bowlers who are the best quartet cartel in the world, which Australia cannot afford to lose. He has the power to say they knew about Sandpaper Gate in 2018 in South Africa.
Yep, he has all the power, and Cricket Australia have just gone, nah, mate, fuck you. We're not letting you say anything. But he could well and come out and say something.
He could, but he's wanted to give a Test career one last crack. As soon as he says something, Cricket Australia aren't going to bring him back in, are they? So he's going, I'll keep my mouth shut, give myself one last chance. Keep in mind, he did get brought back for the Ashes 2019.
He did. I reckon he still has for the next, because this is just like a 2-match series against the West Indies, buddy. We could verse them North Beach Karina, I reckon, and give him a red hot shot.
Yeah, you're not wrong. So I'll be very interested to see how this plays out. Also, as much as Saab says fuck David Warner, I would love to read this potential book that Warner's going to write. How he's going to write it, I don't know. Because
the Kaboom Kid 3.
I forgot about that series.
They were so good, though. They were so good. That's when David Warner had absolutely zero hate whatsoever. When he had the Kaboom and was just absolutely whacking him. The edge on the bat was about yay big.
Yeah.
And it was just class. Class to watch. When Renshaw was opening the batting, believe it or not. I think just after
nothing against Matt Renshaw, by the way.
I love Matty Renshaw.
I think he's a good, but I mean, Renshaw and Kawaja in the same team, it's going to be 10 runs. Well, it's actually, to be fair, even Smudger in the same team opening. Like, Bancroft is a player who, okay, he does enjoy his time at the crease, but a left-hand, right-hand partnership, let the runs flow.
Yeah.
I just don't, Matty Renshaw just does not inspire me.
No.
So
he doesn't. He brings grit and I remember that one BBL game where he got a bowl and took a wicket and then did the orange justice. So that really he brings good culture, I'm sure. Much like the Bison. I would have even liked the Bison up by the order. Bison at 4, bring Cam Green at 6.
Bison opening, imagine that. Right hand, left hand, bice,
I know.
just pinging the new ball. He's the cleanest striker of the ball in the world when he's in form. So imagine him with a fresh red cherry just
Absolute
pinging it
star.
out of a bit of a David Warner style kaboom bat. Wider than my penis. Just collateral damage into the stands.
So good. And welcome back, everyone who skipped all that cricket
Yep.
chat. And we're back on to stuff people actually care about.
Yes.
Even though we care about cricket, I don't think anyone else does.
Absolutely not. Aaron, we've already spoke about that. Anonymous. Oh, wow. What to do if you reckon you start to catch feelings towards a good mate of yours who's of the opposite gender? Right. Very articulately written.
Yes, very, very well classified, isn't it?
Why he or she is trusting us with the answer to this question,
No idea.
God forbid.
Absolutely.
But we'll
no
do our
idea.
best.
We will. So to digest this, a good mate. So we're guessing they've just been maybe friends throughout school,
Yep,
come out of school,
maybe.
hang out
Yeah.
a bit.
Yeah, we
can. I think start to catch feelings. So these haven't been feelings that have gone on. People have those like girl best friend crushes or whatever throughout school. So this is a new sort of thing.
Yeah.
For him.
Yeah. So likely, that's how I guess typically just a good male-female friendship would be through like a school or a uni or like through mutual friends or something.
Yeah.
It's not going to be through Tinder or something.
Yeah.
Because then, less of a friendship.
Yes, very, very much so.
So we're going to imagine they've been through a bit together.
Yep.
They, probably have some mutual friends. And the feelings have always, at least in the open, just been friends.
It's a hard one. It's the typical like movie line.
Mm-hmm.
It's the typical movie line, and it's either going to go both ways or it's just not. But you don't
That's
want
Shakespearean, Regan.
Yeah.
It's either going to go both ways or it's not.
Yeah.
And the tricky bit where this comes in is if you're a good mate, especially, he or she has said good mate, presumably someone you don't want to lose in your life, and you go, do I take the punt and admit my feelings and risk losing the whole friendship altogether, or take the leap of faith, and if they reciprocate it, bang, marriage.
That's the thing. It's tough. It's like heads or tails, flipping the coin,
Flip the coin.
and then you choose to bowl on a 40-degree day.
Yeah. Because
it's tough.
usually, I would say, if the question was, I've caught feeling for someone, what do I say? It goes, look, life's too short to just be thinking about it. You just got to take a punt, see what happens. The worst they can say is no, or they could ruin your career.
Yeah.
But the worst they can say is no. But when it's a mate, it's different
It is different.
because you might lose something. There is something to lose.
There is. And I think, I don't know the best way to go about this, but I think you might have to get a little bit of a third party involved and try and get maybe some underground information. Maybe a friend of another friend of a girlfriend of hers or like another friend. I'm guessing there's a group. I'm going to guess there's a group.
Well, if it's a good mate, that's where you use it to your benefit in that there's probably mutuals around.
Yeah. And maybe, you sort of suggest to maybe another one of the guy mates who was maybe friends with her as well. And you go, how about you and so and so recently? We're getting a bit close, and she can even go, yeah, starting to.
Depending on whether it's a
Yeah.
bloke or a girl, will also depend on I feel like how they would respond to that will be different. I mean, a bloke might just light-heartedly say something, not want to delve into it, kind of take the piss a bit. I think girls probably keep each other updated enough anyway.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
I think if this is a bloke, then if you get, ask one of her.
Oh, we don't even know if it's a bloke or a girl,
I know.
do we?
So, geez, it's a toughie, but I think you're onto it. I think it has to be a third party.
I think a little bit of
Just
third
because
party.
of the risk involved when it's already good
Yeah,
mates.
there's a lot of risk. And I don't the third party, it just make it as least obvious as possible.
Exactly.
And I think if you don't get if you don't get any clues from that, you're either going to have to risk it all
Mm-hmm.
or you just go another direction.
Depends how strong the feelings are. Is it worth taking the punt? Because if this person's just been thinking about it and it's really wearing them down, you guess you have to at some point. You can't die wondering. Life's too short. But yeah, sometimes a third party is a bit of a cop out. It's a bit of primary school areas. When it's a mate, I think the risk is high enough to go. Let's ask someone else. See where we get.
It's a typical movie scenario. I could just see it.
Yeah.
I could just see it. So, I mean, probably don't take any of our advice at all. But
So
glad you asked.
Will it end like Romeo and Juliet? Will it end like Titanic? I don't know. Both those movies, everyone dies, So hope it doesn't end like any of them.
Neither. No, that'll be great though.
I can't think of a happy ending love movie. Don't watch them. Waste of time.
No rom-coms.
No. Okay. Quickly this one. Melania says, "Mum says hi to you from the jetty." Haha. Bit of context to this one. After New Year's in Freo, went on a bit of an adventure before going home. Ended up on the northern banks of the Swan River in Dalkeith, and me and a friend we saw this boat, which must have been on a New Year's party, docking. And we were like, let's try get on the boat. So we got to the thing and we tried to make the boat worker believe that our dad was like up. I was like, that's my dad. Like I need to get on and like help him get off. They were like, no one coming back. I was like, worth a try. Anyway, this older lady who was absolutely sourced just started yapping, told her about the podcast. And made her follow. So this will be the old lady's daughter saying, "Mum says hi to you." So thanks, Melania. I'll always remember that. That'll be a core memory. That's how I started 2024.
Oh, fantastic! Love it.
Oh, you won't know. You won't know the context of this one either. Ethan Benson.
Oh, Benno.
Actually, you might have, because the first messages he sent was to the podcast account off Aaron Neal's phone.
Oh, I did see that. Yep.
So they were at bar one. I have since found out that Aaron didn't actually know who he was at the time. But he, must have started yapping, and he responded to our story where I put a photo of Erin in her Wildlands kit saying Wildlands at 3 but Vietnam War at 5. And he said, "OMG, she's so hot. From Ethan Benson. Mention in the Sunday debrief, please. I love your podcast, from Ethan." What do you think about that feedback?
That's good. That's at least he wants a feature and he's getting a feature. So, Benno's going to keep kicking. I know he's a long-time listener. And, he's featured him, but he's happy about that. But I think, is there some more context to this, is there? Or is it just a follow-up?
There's just another video.
Yep.
And this, again, got sent from Aaron's phone.
Okay.
And he's got some suggestions for the podcast.
Okay.
Hey, Jordan, for your next fucking podcast, why aren't you up here on stage with your shirt off? Oh my god.
Fair to say I don't appreciate that.
Is that a bit of a hit to the heart?
I think so. That event was behind me.
Yeah. Is it now been brought back up to the memory?
It does quite often get brought back up. By the likes of Aaron, by the likes of Keegs. And I worry that my whole legacy in life is going to be based on me removing my clothing. Now, I'm not in a position where I need to rely on OnlyFans. Maybe in the future, my legacy will be about removing my clothes.
Options are open.
At this stage in life, I would rather be remembered for alternate reasons. So, yeah. Let's move on.
Serious topic.
Well, it's good to see this name.
And we're back. Stories, the big stories.
The Big Mont.
From the Big Mont, the biggest of Monts. Here we go. So Big Mont, trying to do a bit of a plug here, and he's come to the right place. Just literally have anything on the run sheet, we'll say. So if you want to plug anything, just go for it. Big Mont has said, big rave event at the Dirty 30 in brackets, the 60-30
I think that's in Merriwa.
on the 20th of Jan, organised by yours truly. Plug it in, boys.
So is Big Mont gone, okay, if I'm banned from all venues
I'm
in the
just gonna
state,
start
I'm
my
just going to take my own. Amazing.
He's an absolute star.
Oh, he's just... I can struggle to comprehend being more inspired by an individual. Forget Martin Luther King.
I think this is David Goggins' long-lost son.
Just
He's so good.
how can anyone who has ever heard of Big Mont wake up in the morning and not feel motivated to get up when there's blokes like this roaming around?
Yeah.
My God. So the biggest of Monts has set up the biggest of raves, and he wants you to be there on the 20th of January. So
Is that next week?
what's this? So this will be out on the 14th. So that'll be Saturday, the 20th, the weekend
Nice.
after this comes out.
Very nice.
So we can clip this up, put the ticket link in, and let's get people to Big Mont's event. It'd be like a meet and greet.
Anything for our number one story holder.
I imagine, yeah. I think that this will draw the crowds. This will be like people think this is Mecca when they see the hordes of people.
Oh yeah.
Just bearing down on the great suburb of Merriwa, and all they want to see is a glimpse of the Montiest.
Hopefully
of
there's
the
a bit
big.
more diversity than Mecca though. Because there's been many times where I've gone in there with Ella and it's like blokes counter 2 to 45.
That's true. Sorry, I was referring to the to the outstanding religious Islamic hotspot of Mecca in the
Oh,
Middle
not
East.
that Mecca.
Not Mecca Maxima.
Mecca Max.
Not fucking Lakeside Joondalup.
Oh, sorry. It's been I spent a lot of hours in there recently over Christmas and the New Year. So sorry, that's the only Mecca on my mind.
When
Yep.
you started saying, yeah, all the times I've been to Mecca, I'm like, jeez. I didn't
So I didn't know that.
didn't know you were into you.
Nachos.
Okay. This is great. This is a great update from Anonymous. Part 2 from the family reunion situation.
Do we need a bit more? Do we need to relive the context of this?
Yeah. So the Christmas app.
Yep.
Someone was
Great app, by the way.
Oh, that's
some
a cracking
great
app.
content in that.
Yeah, we actually didn't do it justice. Obviously, it's a busy time. Probably should have put some more out there from that episode. If you haven't seen it.
If you haven't seen it, go back and listen.
So this person still haven't established male, female, anywhere in
It
between.
has to be a female. Because if
think
you
so?
look at the wording, if it's
Okay.
if it's real, if it's a real story, if you look at the wording, it's a female.
Okay.
Yep.
So an anonymous, probable female said, she cryptically asked us essentially whether she can get with her great-great-great-great-grandmother's great-great-great-grandson, which we think we calculated to be an uncle, and essentially asked if it would be bad if she hooked up with him
At the family reunion.
at maybe Christmas, I don't know, but assuming Christmas family reunion.
Yeah.
Um,
So we dissected that and we said, basically just each to their own.
yeah,
And,
didn't encourage it.
We did not encourage it, but we got a bit of backstory here.
So this is part 2 from the family reunion situation. Family reunion was fun. The usual team races and talent show. The usual, obviously, as you do at the family reunion, the talent show.
We knew that, but
Mind you, there was over 300 people there.
where was this at? Is this at a house? It can't be at a house, surely not. That's
And a part of my family tree, my family said it was okay if I got with them because technically I wouldn't be related to them. I was trying to dissect this. So are they saying if apart from people in their family tree, their family said it was okay? So people not in their family tree.
I think so. I think there must have been at least a couple hours on Ancestry to figure out this one.
Oh, only 47% blood related? Yeah, it's fine.
Under 50, yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So they said, so does that mean they're not a part of the family tree? But according to our calculations last week, they well and truly are. Anyway,
I don't know, there's a lot going on.
it's a lot. Anyway, he, referring to assuming what we thought was the uncle, he smoked weed with my dad while some woman I'm related to handed around a bottle of wine at a boiler room type rave in the middle of a field with the DJ on the back of a ute.
That sounds sick.
I'd love to be part of this family. But yeah, wouldn't condone it. He reminded me of my ex the more I talked to him. So it all worked out for the best. Good podcast, and I hope no one who knows the story is listening. That last line makes me think that there is the chance this is true. Because I thought this was
It has
pure
to be,
waffle.
You can't make. The first bit I thought was pure waffle. Now this follow-up, it has to be true.
Or
And it
is-
has to be a girl as well.
Is there an element of truth with a bit of mayo on it? I mean, a boiler-type room rave in the middle of a field with the DJ on the back of a ute with over 300 people at a family reunion. I mean, I know there was the chance this is a Tasmanian family,
Oh,
but
yeah.
300 people seems... Unless they were... they weren't counting by number of people, they were counting by number of heads or something like... Because some of them will have multiple heads.
Oh,
'cause,
yeah. Yeah.
There's all sorts of things happening there.
I think it might just be you had to be there. You just had to be there.
Do you reckon
Or
they
if
have
it
any
just
footage
not-
from this reunion?
Oh, they'd have to have some. Well, there's 300 people there. Surely we can track one of them down. He's got a photo or a video or something.
This is crazy. And then it reminded me of my ex.
It's not ideal. So not definitely not worth it at all. All the fuss, all the years, all the blood tests.
Only to find out that it's like, I mean, to be fair, he would remind them of their ex if their ex was also part of the family tree as well, which is possible.
Yeah, very possible by the sounds of
Keep
things.
the bloodline going. I don't
Yeah.
know what's going on
Yeah.
here, but yeah, I mean, if they're blood related, yeah, probably would remind you of them.
Good podcast though. So we'll take that.
Thanks, love. good.
And on a good positive note. And no one listens, so don't worry about anyone knowing the story.
Yep.
Okay, on to the next one. Anonymous.
This is great.
This is great. All right.
I think I need you to read this.
Okay, so stuff ups. Less than
Overs or under?
Overs are under 5. Okay, and it's not broken up. So here we go. So Anonymous says, so I was at my work Christmas party a few weeks ago. Happened to be a joint party with another business. We hadn't really met many from the other business before this day. It started at my boss's house. Was casually playing beer pong when in walked this guy who worked for the other business. First I thought, in my head, was, ooh, that's a pretty human. That's a pretty human. Must be.
That's a good description.
Especially for a bloke, that must be Also dressed well, and not gonna lie, I'm quite partial to a mustache. Okay. The man had my attention.
Good start.
Eventually was introduced to him, and we started talking. Things were going well. Only thing was I was 32 and he was definitely younger than me. He could be anywhere between 20 and 25. So the question was, would he be interested in me? And would age matter? As it could be a decent age gap, but worst that can happen is he says no.
It's true.
That is true, yes.
It's true.
I'm going to keep going here.
And you love to see a bit of confidence from the female side.
Yeah.
Goes, okay, I'll shoot my shot.
It's good.
Worst that can happen.
It's good to see. So, we had a great chat. Banter was top notch. And again, a very pretty human.
Emphasising that bit. Must have been a good looking bloke.
We moved from our boss's house to another venue. We'd be talking and hanging out most of the night, getting a little close. Moment of truth, found out he was 20 years old. An age gap had me questioned for a minute, but by this stage, he also knew my age and he wasn't stepping back. Okay. Let's just see where this goes. At one point of the night, I decided someone had to make a move. So I manned up as we were walking through the corridor, grabbed him and kissed him. Success, he kissed me back. Wow. Yeah, wow, that's more movie type stuff.
It is a bit, isn't it?
Just bang,
How's-
pinned
how's-
against the wall. I mean, if that was the other way around, that could be.
Oh, this
Imagine if someone saw that from the other way. Oh god. All
Just to
right.
clarify, it does the story doesn't say they pinned him against the wall.
Does it not?
Wait, does it?
Or not?
It does say grabbed him. It does say
Grabbed him. I didn't. I may have exaggerated that a little bit. Okay. So continued with a bit of back and forth. Sometime on the dance floor. Next minute, he's coming back to mine. Well, turn of events. After a meat box and a little bit of time on the couch, we made our way to my room.
Ooh, this is escalating.
Now, ... Being 20, I wasn't sure what to expect here. What was the quality going to be like? How's the endurance going to be? Is he big on the 1%ers? Is he going to be able to get me there? So many questions running through my head. Well,
Here we go. How'd he go?
don't want to give the man a big enough ego, but can confirm quality was high, endurance game good, and was big on the 1% and finished strong. He outperformed others who had years on him in multiple areas.
That is some review.
Got to give credit where it's due, right? He exceeded expectations by far. Also probably worth noting, he made another appearance at mine the following night too. Big age gap, maybe questionable decision, but decisions paid off, and would I go there again? Yes, I would.
Wow. That's an outstanding performance. That's a 3-vote performance.
That's just by both of them, just 3 votes.
Best on
Just
ground.
joint BOG.
Unbelievable. That's,
Joint BOG, but the blokes walked away with the Norm Smith.
I think he has. And if he hadn't on night 1, he definitely did on night 2.
Oh,
I
100%.
mean, what do you think of that? 12 years. 12-year age gap.
It's quite a bit.
It is.
It is quite a bit. But it's weird when you think about it in perspective. I mean, 12 years is quite a big age gap. But when, you hear of most married parents and couples of that, the age gap, I don't know if that's back in the day sort of thing. The age gap's usually, 5-ish years.
At least, yeah.
At least. So when you think about it in perspective, like if they were to get, married or whatever, never know, but according to this. So say, what's that, 12 years? So say that's 50 and what's that, 38. But if that was 50 and 43, it doesn't sound as
true.
bad, you know what I mean? But
if it's from here, if we went if 20 years old and 8 years old, questions start getting raised, right?
It has to be from, I'd say 20. It has to be, that's the lowest, like from the scale, if that makes sense. So the lowest you can start. You can't go backwards from 20.
No, I don't think you could.
No,
because
yeah,
even 18 and 30.
No, that's not.
I mean, I feel weird at like clubs and thinking, we only graduated, this will be the 3rd year out of school.
Yeah.
And like this summer, people who have just graduated, so they're well and truly 18, but like they were at school last year. That seems weird.
It is weird.
But
It's
then you
weird.
get into the real world, and again, it's like, well, the gaps aren't awfully big.
It's weird. I don't know. I'm not. It's a thing that makes sense more when you're in your late, like in your 30s. But our age, I think it's a hard one to get your head around.
Yeah, but no, good on them.
Yeah.
Good on them both. Very, very well written story, by the way.
Very well said as well. Hold on.
That was
On the back.
overs and unders. That was well unders. That was unders.
one at the start.
That person told me they were going to write that in as well. There's a connection to that story, and they told me they were going to write it in. They said,
What, you do know the person
I do know the person.
who
yeah.
sent this in?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So, they said they were going to write a whole from details from start to finish, and tell you what, they didn't miss a beat. Moving on, Anonymous.
Another one.
I saw a good friend, no names specifically, take home a lovely but crippled lady with a moon boot the other week. What do you fellas think happened? Does the moon boot stay on for the rest of the night, or is it taken off? If taken off, would such activities hinder the poor lady's recovery? Clearly one of the universe's many mysteries. How Fucking hell, have our viewers taken summer school like over silly season? Because these have been written.
We supposedly have to be good at English for a journalism course. We are nowhere near this sort
This
of
is outstanding.
this sort of punctuality in Shakespeare's world. But
What do you think? Is it?
so the question is, does it stay on or off for the rest of the night?
Well,
I wouldn't say on a usual night the lady would sleep with it.
yeah, correct. You wouldn't think so.
So
huh?
I'd say maybe it's just for protection purposes while she's out and about walking, could bump into a couple tables and
Correct.
whatnot. Stub her toe.
Correct, especially under the influence.
Yes, 100%. So I'd say it probably comes off no matter what the circumstances when
I'd say so.
when she arrives home.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I mean, yeah, assuming they went and read a bit of,
Genesis.
verse 4, I mean, it doesn't really... would such activities hinder the poor lady's recovery? I don't know, man.
Don't know.
Opening up to the page 4? Probably not.
Probably not.
I think they're safe.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Last one here that was sent through our submission form.
Okay, this is another anonymous, or is this the same person?
They have described themselves as a concerned but proud friend. I have my personal suspicions that this is very much the same person. But
Oh, okay, let's do it. A concerned but proud friend. Shout out to Justin Raponi. The poor bloke's girl got the ick and ran away, leaving him all alone at Wildlands after he face planted from tripping over his twiggy substance-filled legs. Keep soldering on, soldier. The special one is just around the corner.
love the positivity. Again, very well written. Ah, poor Justin.
Oh.
That's not great, Riz, is it?
I mean, things happen. You fall over and whatnot, but got the ick. When a girl's got the ick, there's just not much you can do.
No, there's not.
There's just not much you can do, unfortunately.
No, it's they can be a complicated species, but when it comes down to it, ick equals no marriage for you. They're not coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, look, your face plant, it happens, mate. If she really liked you, then it probably wouldn't have been the deal breaker. Maybe you just weren't connecting enough. So, as this concerned but proud friend says, keep soldiering on.
Supportive message, though.
Oh, 100%. This
Yeah.
guy's a good friend. Special one is just around the corner. That's
Love
the
it.
way.
Absolutely love it.
Now, one of our favourites, back again.
He's back again. Voice messages, just the one voice message
It
this week.
is, yeah.
We do love him, though.
Oh, 100% we do. And especially from this man, Mr. Ryan Hammond. I believe he has a review of one of his friends.
At Snack. This was at
Yes.
Snack. And late entry.
Mhm.
And let's see what he has to say.
Hey boys on the potty, hope you're doing well. Now, it's been a while, but look, something absolutely has shocked me recently I've seen. That was New Year's Eve, and my good friend Liam Silsby not only buys his
Great man.
very expensive ticket, but he also decides at Snack to leave at 8 p.m. because he's feeling a little bit tired. Now, look, Liam,
Just makes me fucking sad to see you not come out with the fucking boys and go home. When are you gonna get off the fucking merry-go-round, mate, and start coming out with the fucking boys again? Fuck me.
Yeah, well said. Pretty important message that
Yeah.
you could relate.
Yeah,
If
well,
we wind our clocks back to listen out last year.
But it's a different sort of scenario because Snack, we got there about, what time did it start? I don't know, about 5.
Yeah, well, it's New Year, so obviously, you're starting a
I
bit
reckon we
later,
got
mate.
there 6:37. So that's where the difference is. That's where the difference is.
Whereas, yeah, you weren't listening out for a good several hours.
It was a good several hours, yes.
Now, Liam Silsby, great man, happily married man. Was he with the wife? Like, was it her decision? did he pull her away?
I'm not
as
sure.
Well?
I don't-
Did he
I don't-
ruin her New Year's?
He is locked away. He is locked away, but I don't want to speak on any of their behalfs because I really don't know the full story. But I think it might have been, who knows? Let's just say a joint decision. But
Because in your situation, you and the misso went and saw a fireworks show. Like you went to the Royal Show, right? So you still had a wholesome evening.
it was a wholesome evening. It was good.
And I would like
bought
to
some very expensive show bags as well.
Yeah.
So made the most of my money. But
So
yeah,
I just want to know if this decision was worth it.
I don't know because we had a great time. We had a great time,
At Snap.
and even I went out after. So that doesn't happen very often. That doesn't happen very often.
So
It was a great night. Luke Jackson, shout out,
for real.
shout out. Yeah,
Does he love the pod?
he loves it.
good.
He absolutely loves it.
Yeah, great. By the way, mate, just a quick little wholesome message. I saw your Instagram profile picture updated. That is a cracking photo. It's
a good photo,
Assuming
isn't
that was
it?
at Snack, right?
Yes,
At New
Snack.
Year's.
Yeah, it's good. Got to make the most of the opportunity. You know, we love our fireworks. We love our fireworks, man. And it's just so good. It was a cracking photo. It was really good.
I noticed that. I was like, oh,
Very wholesome.
that is a lovely photo.
Yeah, it's great.
Speaking of you going out. Firstly, actually, I've got something that I forgot to bring up that I should have brought up earlier. First one, though, a few weeks ago, you finally went to the Great Bar One.
I did.
Talk us through it.
Again, we had our little, our bromus, we called it. And, a little bit of, I don't know what to call it. There was gift giving amongst us. And, had a few beveraginos and made our way to Bar One again, unannounced, just so, keep the security and all the other things out of the way. But, yeah.
It'd be like, is that like at Beyond the Valley when there was like, when Dom Dollar and Rufus just turned up, no one
Yeah.
knew? It's like,
Yeah.
you just rocked up to Bar One and people were
100%.
starstruck.
Yeah, just shades on, jumper, hood on, and just sitting there. Like, oh yeah, it was good. It was a good time. Good time. Music was good, and can't say. Saw who did I see there? Pavitt.
Good.
Yeah.
I think he mentioned that actually.
Yep.
He said he met my better half finally.
Yep.
So
So Pavitt was there, and I didn't.
he's been a good contributor there.
Yeah, Pavitt's been good. He's been great content. Yeah.
Great bloke. So no. Be back soon.
Again, I don't disclose that information.
That's fair. You don't want to cause a storm. The great Xavier Canane was like, I can't even remember where I was. All he said was,
you were in Leaderville. I think.
that adds up. Yeah, I usually am. So he was like, Regan is at Bar One. Why aren't you? I was like, you're kidding. He's finally made the unannounced.
Somehow there. I was somehow there.
You didn't even announce it to me. Is that because I would have got too excited and started plastering the news everywhere?
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would have had to just gone undercover and gone home.
Yeah. And I mean, it's a big enough storm when one of us are there. Imagine both. Shut down the whole nightclub.
There's always when the showing the ID at security, I'm just going to give him the head nod. Just got to where you have to pay. I was like, come on. Come on.
Are you serious? Pay me to be here. By the way, our sticker's still up there. Jackson sent it to me again not long ago.
Where is it placed again?
I think I stuck it there on the night of my wine tour. It's about the only thing I remember from Bar One that night. It's just at the entrance.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, hard to miss just as you walk in. So,
100%.
now the other thing, you and Nights Out. So, on the night of the drinking a beer with a straw night,
Yep.
I'd been at Wildlands on the way home, on the train on the Great Joondalup line, and these boys just along the road go, "Oh, Sunday debrief." Oh, hello, how are you? They're like, "Where's Regan?" I was like, "Good question. Let's find out." This screenshot's taken at 1:23 a.m.
1:23 a.m.
Now, you've had an instance where you saw me on Snap Maps at 1:23 a.m. in a river thinking, what the fuck are you doing? Rightly so. I thought, what the fuck is Regan doing? Not being active for 3 hours, having a snooze on a lounge chair.
Where is that?
That's in the bang central of the Perth CBD, mate.
Oh, nice.
That's why I was a bit confused. That's not normally where you
no,
crash
that's
for the night.
not usually where I crash. But Yeah.
Found a nice.
Just found a nice spot.
Yeah.
Found a nice
So
spot.
that is.
I don't know why I'm sitting
about
on the
the
lounge chair, though.
Well,
It's
that's
not-
what I mean. I mean,
Why am I-
that's.
I'm the only one sitting on the lounge chair.
I don't know
so it
what
must
street
be,
that is. Might be the corner of Murray and Hay Street.
Would
just
have
about.
been outside Avery.
Just next to. Yes, correct. You are just outside Forest Place, close to the train station.
Yes, that would have been it. That would have been it.
William Street is just about the dodgiest place in Perth. So good.
You know what?
Good.
No,
good spot
because-
to have and snooze.
Just walking my great mate and bloke who stitched me up today, Chris Roberts, the banker, walking him to the train station so he gets there safely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then went to sleep.
Yeah, went to sleep. Yeah. Yeah.
Fair enough. Good to clear that one up. Quick fire questions.
Let's do it. We love these. We absolutely love these.
Okay. What have we got today? Lachlan Byrne. Great man. Top man.
Great man. Top man.
Get around, Run Clubby. It's back this weekend.
Back this weekend. Unfortunately, on a Saturday, though.
I know. I voted Sunday.
I voted Sunday
I
too.
voted
We
Sunday.
need more people in the group to vote Sunday because, I don't know, it's just not what my legs need when I'm running 100 singles to get my ton, a couple hours later. So,
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
join Run Clubby, join the Facebook group, and vote for Sunday.
Yeah.
At Cottesloe, preferably, because everything else,
where was that location? I have no idea where that is.
I don't know, somewhere in Albany, apparently. It's
Albany.
south, it felt.
Far out.
Look, can doing a backflip at the pool/beach be fun anymore? Or is it just a dickhead thing to do?
Interesting question.
I wouldn't say it would get you cancelled.
No, I don't think it would. I mean, there was that one period of time. I didn't go through this stage, but I know a couple of mates did where they would go down to the Hillary's Boat Harbour and do Manus off the jetty. So I mean, it's not illegal. You still see people doing that these days, usually of the younger generation. But I mean, we can. It's all right to bring it back for sure.
You're never too old to be a kid.
You're never too old.
So
No,
do what you want to do.
bring it
Lachlan.
back. Bring it back. No judgment
Let's
at all.
do more backflips.
Yep.
Liam Silsby,
What's the name said?
a bit dark.
What would be your death row meal? Wow. Turn
Never
of
have to
events.
think about it.
Death row meal. What just hits different? What would hit different no matter what? And on your last legs.
A Hickey's. A Hickey's Middle Eastern Bar and Cafe HSP with the Holy Trinity sauce mixed meat. Get that in me.
That does sound really good. I don't know what mine would be. Something that comes to mind. I don't know if
You're into your Subways?
I don't mind Subway. Not death row though. I reckon I'm going. If I can choose however many I want till I'm full, I'm gonna go 5 chicken treat cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't really have to worry about the health repercussions.
No.
You're about to die.
Yep.
So you're not.
The macros aren't bad.
know-
The macros aren't bad.
You're not. You're not really thinking, geez, how many calories is this one?
Yeah.
Geez, bit
Yeah.
of saturated fat in that
Yeah.
burger.
Yeah. So you still want to be on the bulk to your death. So your skeleton, lives a couple of days.
That's
in there.
true. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that would be off the top of my head. That will be mine. Or of course, a lovely Domino's fresh Domino's cut pizza
From the workplace.
from the workplace.
Yeah, that hits home.
Definitely not made by me.
And thanks for that, Liam. He's had plenty of time to think about that question, seeing as he left snack at 8 p.m.
Yeah, 100%. I honestly reckon we should put that question to the audience.
Death row meal.
Death row.
Yeah.
What would be your death row meal? And just
call.
say the best ones next
All right.
episode.
All right, tick that down. Jana says, "What is the obsession with Livy Dunn?
What is your obsession with Livy Dunn? I think.
She's my girlfriend." Like, what?
I mean,
Are
you have to
kidding?
be obsessed with your girlfriend, not you.
Duh. Like, of course, I'm going to shower her in compliments. She would be upset with me if I didn't.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. It's just one of those ones where you're a bit you don't really post each other on socials, or you're a bit off the radar. But like the real ones know that you guys are like well and truly like together like this.
You could easily ask Livy Dunn, "What's the obsession with Ronan Fitzgerald?" So it's like,
But again, like she probably wouldn't answer because she's that loyal to you.
Correct.
If you
yeah.
messaged her, she probably wouldn't answer. No.
Well, I mean, when it's such a high profile relationship like that, like you don't want to really
Exactly.
get it out of hand, like keep it low. You're like, I'm not gonna post us having dinner because then the
not at
crowds
all.
would flock to wherever it is.
100%.
So, I don't know. It would be a bit like me if I posted our relationship all the time. Like,
I think she
when
thinks the
it's-
same thing too.
well, exactly right. Yeah. So, yeah, I just don't want to. And again, I don't want public jealousy.
Yeah.
Not of the blokes about her. I don't want her friends to be jealous that she gets to date me, pretty much.
Exactly. Because from fellow Americans, you are quite funny. You seem funny.
Yeah, no, exactly right. So, like, I don't want her to get overwhelmed posting me on her Instagram and then getting DMs saying, "Yo, is your boyfriend the guy that seems funny?"
Yeah.
Like, that's a bit much.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. That's so good. So that answers the question perfectly, I think. So Jackson Sharp appears once again. When will you grow up and stop buying children's tickets to every event?
Okay, that's me. That's directed at me. Jackson, when will you grow up and realise to work hard and smart, not hard? Mate, the world is a difficult place. You take shortcuts where you can. Why would I give more money to the great corporations that don't care about me than I need to?
Yeah.
So,
Is this referring to maybe like a kid's ticket for, say, a Scorchers game?
yeah, correct.
Correct. That's
or like
perfectly fair, I
The
think.
test match.
First match.
So, okay, Australia, Pakistan. Why would I go to Australia, Pakistan for $35 when I can go to Australia, Pakistan for $10.50?
And then there's
Plus
30,
a
35
$45 handling fee.
And then there's 35,000 seats free anyways.
Exactly
So
right.
it's not like they're going to... And they don't... It doesn't say, you scan your ticket and they scan your face and you're like, you're not a kid.
Yeah,
You just scan it and you're just straight in.
I'm sick of these sports stadium amateurs who think they have to do everything by the playbook.
Yeah.
You don't have to buy a ticket of your age. You don't have to sit in the seat that you're assigned. You don't have to go into the gate that you're assigned. Do whatever the fuck you want because the corporation that you've bought it from don't care.
They don't care at all. But at least, I think people are just jealous that you've figured it out and they don't have the guts to actually go with the said performance.
Exactly. So, yeah, come on, Jackson. By the way, Jackson buys the kids tickets too once I told him about it, so he should be thanking me, really.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, Aaron B. Who would have thought?
Back.
I agree with you, been way too long. Oh, yeah, right. Because we said on the story, it's been too long since this.
It has been too long. Yeah, he loves to keep us. He loves to keep us up and ready for content, up and working. No days off. No days off with Aaron.
I'm trying to figure out. I think Aaron might actually be the perfect fan. He's as loyal as they come, but he keeps us accountable.
He does. That's the word I was trying to say. Accountable.
So, thanks, Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron's good. Aaron's definitely top. He's a top 3 fan for sure.
I'd say so, yeah.
100%. And the last one, and probably the best one, here we go. Toby Gamble has said chicken burger.
Chicken burger.
And that's really it, really. And there was no,
Yeah, that's
no
it.
context to that as well. How good are chicken burgers, chicken treat burgers? I mean, it's really come to play there, hasn't it?
Well, I tell you what, Reginald Spear, I've been that happy to be back.
It's been really good. It's been really, really good.
And I can't wait to do this more often.
Yeah, we will do this,
Yeah.
I think.
Do you want to start a podcast? This has been quite good.
Let's start a podcast.
Bro, let's start a podcast.
Beers with the boys.
Overs and unders. How many people are going to comment on TikTok, bro, let's start a podcast on any clip this week?
Any clip this week? Ooh, I reckon over and under 3. Oh, no, but the thing is, one person comments it and then it just gets likes.
It does.
It does.
Yeah. But, no, I'll tell you what, the comment section has been quite friendly recently.
Yeah.
And on the Coops, one of the Coops clips, did we mention it last app in the Christmas app? Geeks.
Yeah, I think we did mention
already
that.
did.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. But yeah, at least it wasn't us getting directed.
No, no, not at all.
So that'll do us, I think.
Do us. Great episode though. Anything looking forward to next week or on the agenda for next
I'm
week?
about to drive down south
Nice.
right now. See old Mervs again tomorrow night at the Dunsborough Tavern.
Ooh, very nice.
Back up here on Sunday for the great Smiley Metnam's birthday Sunday sesh.
Oh, how good.
Happy birthday to you, Smiley. I'll see you in a couple of days.
The life of a working class man.
God, it's tough.
Fuck, we work so hard.
No,
We
man.
work so hard. I mean, no days off really.
No days off.
No days off.
Yeah. You off to Domino's tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
unlucky. I'll
Actually,
be
it actually is quite lucky. I just
enjoying
love it. I love it.
the breweries and the beaches
Oh,
of
very
the
nice.
southwest region.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice.
get fucked, Regan.
Well, I hope you go hungry because I'll be enjoying some pizza.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you soon. Heaps of news and shit to come up soon, but we haven't really confirmed anything, so we're not going to make any promises right now. But we'll discuss that and talk to you later.
Yeah, just a lot of podcasting going on the next couple of weeks, couple of years.
yeah,
we're just going to keep on going, and we're just going to. There's just so much content we could, and I think, you know, I might release this early when we're free next week, mate. I'm proposing this. I have mentioned this before. Okay. You got a very good Christmas present.
Oh, I did.
You got a very good Christmas present, and I think we should use those. And I mentioned we should, go down to the nets, mic'd up, 2 overs each. You have a bowl at me, I have a bowl at you, and just go ham.
I agree.
That'll be great content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The great Erin Fitzgerald, one of the all-time great sisters, securing some little lapel mics.
So good.
So
I think everyone would love to see that.
I think so. So in the works.
In the works.
So much content in the works.
We're just
Oh.
never free because we do so much. So.
Well, that's the problem, man. It's just a tough gig. It's a tough life to fit things in. So we'll do our best.
We'll do our best. Oh, well, we will see you and hear you, and you will hear us and see us very, very soon, I'm sure.
Signing out.
Signing out.